Let's talk about Syria. A new beginning has unfolded there. Bashar al-Assad's 50-year reign has come to an end. He has fled to Russia, leaving a country in turmoil. The resistance started with Idlib and spread to Damascus. His regime, backed for decades by Syria's intelligence agencies, finally collapsed under mounting pressures. Even the security branch, infamous for its strict control, could not hold the system together. Even for the first time, they did not try to. Two of Assad's strongest allies, Russia and Iran, have been weakened. Iran's Hezbollah has been under attack by Israel, diverting its focus and resources. Meanwhile, Russia, bogged down by the costly war in Ukraine, couldn't spare much for Assad. The timing seemed perfect for the rebel group. They believed it was now or never, fearing Syria could spiral further into proxy wars like Lebanon. Mohammed al-Jolani, leader of Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, HTS, had hinted at this moment 2 years ago during a sermon. He spoke of preparations for a military offensive. We can see the result now. So this transition wasn't random, it was indeed part of a long-term plan. Mohammed al-Jolani has taken over as president. However, Syria remains fractured. The prime minister is still in office, but power dynamics are complex. Rebel groups are prominent, but they don't hold absolute control. Kurdish forces, backed by the US, control 40% of the country, including oil-rich areas. Israel has also moved to expand its buffer zone, securing the Golan Heights and claiming key territories. Turkey, long a supporter of Syrian rebels, could become a major player in the region. For years, it backed the Syrian National Army, a coalition of rebel groups. But American support for Kurdish forces has complicated Turkey's role. The Kurdish factions, Syrian and Iraqi, remain divided, with the US and Israel backing the Syrian Kurdi, while Iraqi Kurdi receive Turkish support. Assad had reached out to Turkey, the UAE, Egypt, Jordan and Iraq for help before fleeing. No one answered his call. After his departure, Russia and China advised their citizens to leave Syria, signaling an unstable future. Countries like Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Jordan and Iraq had issued cautious statements urging calm in Syria. Iran, which previously labelled rebel groups as terrorists, has now shifted its tone, calling them armed groups instead. However, Turkey's involvement could shape Syria's political landscape significantly, given its history with Syrian refugees and its backing of anti-Assad forces. The US has a vested interest in Syria, mainly through its support of Kurdish forces. These forces were instrumental in fighting ISIS, earning American loyalty. Already senators like Lindsey Graham have warned Turkey against any threats to Kurdish groups, even hinting at sanctions if Turkey crosses the line. The future is uncertain. Syria is fragmented with no unified authority, much like post-war Afghanistan. Rebel groups aim to form a government, but have vowed to exclude Kurdish factions like the PKK, which they see as terrorist. The biggest concern is preventing the resurgence of ISIS, a group that gained strength during Assad's regime. Regional powers like Turkey, Israel, Iran and Iraq will influence Syria's future. Israel's actions in securing its borders and Turkey's role in supporting opposition forces will be key factors. Turkey. With its deep ties to Syrian rebels and hosting millions of refugees, Turkey will likely play a crucial role in shaping Syria's future. Israel. It has expanded its control in the Golan Heights and established buffer zones, asserting its dominance in the region. Iran. Weakened but still influential, Iran's role will depend on how the power dynamics in Syria evolve. Iraq. Concerned about Kurdish factions, Iraq's relationship with Syria will be shaped by the Kurdish divide and its own internal struggles. Syria's next chapter will be shaped by many players, both internal and external. For now, the focus is on stabilizing the region and preventing further chaos. The road ahead is complex, but what future is awaiting Syria is still a maze.